Hello and welcome to Chrome Computing. In this video I'm going to show you the game Anno 1800. I've always loved the Anno games. They go back quite a long time. Anno 1404, then there's Anno 2070. Anno 2205 was a complete letdown, and then they come back to the basics with Anno 1800, which is a great game, really popular all over the world. It's a fantastic game. A few years ago, if I wanted to play this game, I'd have to play it on my Windows PC with Intel i7 processor, 8 GB of RAM, a GTX 1070 graphics card, so a high performance PC. Now today I can play on my Chromebook using Nvidia GeForce Now, which is something I would never have thought would be possible, and obviously I'm really happy about it. It means I do play my games a lot more as well, because believe it or not, it actually works better on my Chromebook than it does on my PC with all that technology and the graphics card on my Chromebook. I'm using a Chromebook, but I've played this on a Toshiba Chromebook 2, which is a basic Chromebook with Intel Celeron processor, because all the performance is done in the cloud. So you're using a graphics card still, but it's all on the Nvidia servers. If you've never played this game before, it is a fantastic game. Some people call it a city building game. I think that's quite an insult. There's a lot more to this game than city building. It's about trade, it's about diplomacy, it's about war, it's about build, it's everything. It's really good. So let's get to it and I'll show you. This is a game that I've been playing for a couple of days. And as you can see, I've called this London. So this is my capital city. I have played on hard level because I've played these games before. So I've got that here. You can see a map here. On the blue, that's my one map, which is London. Island there, sorry, and then I've got another island there which I'll call Birmingham. All these are cities from the UK where I'm from. It's good to have more than one city because you can get to do different things, like on this one here, for example, I can only grow tomatoes on this island, but I need tomatoes for artisans in London, and the artisans I'll show you in a bit. So all the different islands have different crops, so you need to have more than one island. Now here, the Green Island, I'm now at war with this guy. He's decided to declare war on me. He's got a couple of islands, and here she's not at war with me. She's been fine with me at the moment. She's got quite a good city, as you can see, and I'm at war with this guy as well. The two players I've just showed you are medium players. This one is a hard player, so now I'm at war. That will never ever change. He's more advanced than me because, as you can see, he's got electricity, which I've not got to that stage yet. I have done in previous games. This is just a new game that I've started playing, but I have no doubt whatsoever that I will destroy these people if they get too confident. So I am going to, what I do, if what I get to see, I've got quite a bit of money here. The reason I'm making all this money is when they go to war with me, I start saving up money and then I'll start buying their shares. So I own all of his shares. That took a long time, don't get me wrong, and you've got to work at it. But he's livid now. But he started war on me, so 16,181 he makes from that island. But I'm taking all that. See, I'm there to share income, about 5 down. So I'm making 19,000 from other islands, and it's only the ones who's gone to war with me. That's what I do. If they go to war with me, I don't destroy them. I just use all their profit. And then they obviously fight you for that, though. Their islands there. So let's go back to my main island. I've got a small island here as well, which is I've called Cornwall, and this is like a farming island. These are just all farmers here. They haven't got much facilities, and there's pig farming there and sheep farming there, and we've got grain there. And all of this, none of these farmers don't really need a lot of this. I can even stop them having it if I wanted to. For example, if I had a clothing issue in London and I needed all the clothes to London, I could stop them
withstood an attack.
having them by doing that. But I won't. I'll let them have clothes. I'm not that mean. So going back to my main island, you've got to protect yourself, obviously, because you're at war. As you can see, I've got all these turrets here, all there to protect my island. Luckily, Birmingham isn't too far away. You can actually see it over there. and I've got all these ships trading back and forth. This ship here is going to the Caribbean, and I'll show you that, and that's to collect my rum, which I need. And I've got boats to protect it because I'm at war. If you're at war, you can't not have boats protect your ships. This is Birmingham there. And then London, which is still, I've got a long way off getting as big as I need to. This is a new game, but we're in London. I've got factories now here at the big front, sewing machines, fur coats, stuff like that. Got farming. Eventually, none of these farmers will be in London. They'll all be moved to other islands, and London will be just full of artisans, engineers, investors, which I've not got to that level yet. And it's the game, as I said, because I think city building game, it's an insult to the game. It's not just a city building game. There's a lot to it. You have to make sure you've got everything that your people need. So here I've got workers here, got a school, market, pub. I've got artisan here, as you can see, slightly better housing. And I've gave them stone streets rather than these streets here.
Promise me you won't go to sea again.
And then here's my main centre at the moment. I've got engineers here, you can see, got a block of engineers, got a theatre. So different workers, for example, don't care about theatre. They care more about having schnapps, a pub, beer, and a church. And artisans, for example, click on them.
Sweet music.
They like that, but they also like rum, which I've got to get from the Caribbean, and they like the theatre. And then engineers, they like the theatre rum, but they also now need penny farthings, which I've not got because I need to get all that stuff from the Caribbean. So it's a very in-depth game. It's a great game. I've got my town hall here, got my university there as well. I put these here for now, just these so they sort of speak what they want to speak and people listen, make it a bit more democratic. And yeah, it's a great game. If you've not played it, you know, I'd definitely give it a go. It's an Nvidia GeForce Now. You don't buy it on an Nvidia GeForce Now. I bought this directly from Ubisoft, who made it, through Uplay. Or I don't know if you can get Anno 1800 on Steam. You used to be able to get the previous Annos on Steam, but for some reason, I don't know if Ubisoft and Steam had a bit of a falling out. I don't really know what happened there, but you couldn't. You might be able to. You'd have to have a look, but you couldn't when I bought it at the beginning. It's a very in-depth game. It's a great game. Let me just show you. The thing is, look at the graphics, and this is on medium as well. I haven't put it on high. I'm sure it would work on high, but medium is absolutely fine. I've changed the settings to 1080p, which you do all in here. So as you can see, this graphics here, that's not a graphics card I've got. That's the graphics card on the Nvidia server, and I've got most of this all set to medium, and it works absolutely fine. I have got it connected to Ethernet because I'm using my Chromebook to get best internet connection. If you don't and you're using a Chromebook, I'd recommend having a really good Wi-Fi connection, and maybe staying in the same room as your router, because sometimes it can lag, but it does let you know if there's problems with lag. But as you can see, there's no lagging on this. It's perfect. The graphics are great. Being able to play this on your Chromebook is fantastic. This game, I spend hours on this game. I really do. And there's my industry, dirty industry, which you need. Obviously that causes pollution, but I need all this. I need the steel for lots of different things. I've got weapons factories here, some at war. And here, I was previously attacked here, so I had to quickly build up these weapons here, because one of my main enemies over there is just there. So we're very close to each other. As I said, I know this game inside out, so even on a hard level, I know I'll beat them eventually. Takes a long time. It's a good thing is when you it's very realistic. When you go to war like I am now, it doesn't mean you're just battling and battling and battling. You just still get on with playing the actual game, developing yourself. Obviously there'll be battles now and again, and you just have to deal with that. It's not that, oh, I'm at war, so I need to go into war mode. You can be at war for hours and hours, days and days. You can try and get out of war. You can go to diplomacy. This is the hardest player. It never ever come out of war with me. Request peace treaty, chance of success 0. Request ceasefire, chance of success 0. This guy who went to war with me, he's regretted it ever since. First, he wanted $100,000 off me for a peace deal, so I obviously declined. And then a few hours later, he was offering me money, but I declined because I'm like that. He went to war with me, so I'm not going to let him off that easily. And I'm making money off his profit because I brought some shares in his island. Not lots of shares in this island, but as you can see, request peace treaty,
Careful who
chance
you
of
call
success
friends.
certain. So
I'd
he
rather have a
doesn't
bar
want
of
war with
gold
me,
than
but he
100 of
started it.
silver.
I'll finish it. And this woman here, there's no problem with her. The reason why I'm not going to go with a peace treaty with him at the moment, because like I said, how I play the game, and you can play the game in so many different ways. I'm now making all the profit from this player here. I'm taking all his profit because I've got all his shares. The one I've just showed you wants to not be at war with me. I've managed to buy 3 of his so far. He doesn't earn much because he's not as advanced as the other player, so I'm only making that maximum, where the other player is more like 13. As you can see, he owns these islands. I could buy all of these and then diplomatically take over his island, or you could go to war. Well, I'm already at war with him, but to take over his island, instead of doing it diplomatically, which would cost me all that money, I could just send my warships. Speaking of warships, oh, they're out at sea. Because I've got this island here and I've got Birmingham there, they don't need much protection because it's such a small channel crossing. But over here, Cornwall's a bit further away. So I've put these ships out at sea. I've also put these ships out at sea because the Caribbean is down here on the map and their islands are here. So unfortunately, to get to the Caribbean for their oil and rum, they have to come through these ways so I can cause war. But being, will I do that? If I'm taking all this profit, I don't want to give him too much of a problem. But I'm just doing it for now. And I've got little ships there to protect my larger ships. Yeah, it's a great game. And the good thing is I'm going to show you a different area now. So that's the old world, the new world, the Caribbean. Doing this on a PC, it takes about 30 seconds to cross over from one to the next. It can be really frustrating when you're into the game. On here, does it instantly. It's really good. So it's so much better on the Chromebook. I've called this Barbados because I'm making rum here. I've only got one island here, as you can see. She's not my enemy, so she's good. So my ships come through here, and that's how they get the rum. And there's my ship there. And here you've got to stick to their needs. These are the most basic level of citizens
You
at the
know my
moment.
struggles, boss.
I haven't let them have rum, and the reason why is because I need all the rum myself at the moment. That will create a problem later down the line. They will start getting fed up with the fact that they don't have rum. So I've got a police station there just in case they get rowdy. And I've got a fire station as well, giving them a church because they like the church in the Caribbean. And then, yes, I've got all these buildings here. I've got banana grow plants here. That's for the citizens. And this is mine for the rum, or the rum distilleries. So it's a great game. And as you can see, the graphics are great, and I've not had any issues. I did have a further island, this one here, which I called Jamaica, and he took it off me. He took it off me when I had no power whatsoever. So he's my arch enemy, he really is. So I'm really against this guy. But as you can see, he's struggling because I've took all his money from his other island. This woman here, who I'm not at war with, she's taken most of his island. But eventually, later on in the game, and I'm talking days into the game, this is what I love about it. It's such a long game, and it's forever changing. You're forever changing what you need to build because then as you grow and you go into engineers, they'll have different needs. So it's a very demanding game, but very good game as well. But eventually, I will take this island back. My concern is if she buys it, I don't really want to go to war with her as well. Not because I can't cope with being at war with 3 people. It's more to do with this route I'd be concerned about. She could build warships here and cause me major supply issues. So that is something I'd want to avoid. So yeah, it's a really good game. I put add-ons on. The add-ons work as well. So the add-ons you can just get from Ubisoft, and they automatically just work when you then load it up on GeForce Now. There's nothing you need to do. You just do the add-on as a download, so it feels like you're doing a PC download, but you don't need to worry. It all works on your Chromebook. At the moment, I've not got to a region with one of the add-ons. So there's an extra region which is Africa. That works totally different. There's loads of different add-ons you can get. It's a great game. And there I've got 2 warships which I've taken from the old world just to keep Barbados protected. But I've got lots of protection here as well. So yeah, it's just really to show you that these are the sort of games now you can play on your Chromebook. I'd give it a go, I really would. And if you like these sort of games, you'll love Anno 1800. It's absolutely amazing. And the great thing is, you don't need a super fast Chromebook. GeForce Now on their website does recommend certain Chromebooks, but I wouldn't take too much I wouldn't take that too much as gospel, because I used my Toshiba Chromebook 2 and that wasn't on their list and it worked fine. So try the trial version. There used to be a trial version, I still think there is, and that allows you to test it to see if it works on your Chromebook. If you've got an M3 upwards, you're not going to have any problems at all. But it doesn't use your processor, and it doesn't use much of your RAM, and it won't use your storage. So you should be able to use it on most Chromebooks, if I'm being honest with you. The only thing I would say, if you are using it on an actual laptop, as in a Chromebook, don't use your trackpad. GeForce Now doesn't work well with trackpads. You have to use an external mouse. So you would have to use an external mouse. Trying to play the games with your trackpad is horrible. It just doesn't work. And they've recognised that, and they've said that themselves, that that's what you need to do. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'm going to upload this video later on. And for now, I'm going to continue playing my game. So thanks for watching. I hope it helped. If it did, please like the channel and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, sorry, and subscribe to the channel for future videos. And thanks for watching.